The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Being chased out left. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They're going to look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cole. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll run it here. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Switch. Set. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll drop to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Hassan Reddick in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And on the ground they go with a running back. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Here we go now. 3-19! 3-19! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll go on the ground. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
Back to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go with the keeper. And able to follow his center and pick up the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
For those vertically challenged quarterbacks, here's a time where they will tell you it's an advantage to be a little bit on the smaller side. Able to duck in behind their offensive line and stick the ball across the imaginary yellow line for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That is caught inside the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They give it to him running left. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
He's going to get it running right. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. It's their quarterback. His 11th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. J.J. Nelson now to return. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Lucky 56.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside. And he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
To throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A little too much air under that one. That could have easily been 6 points.
Yeah, what kind of speed he has is almost impossible, we think, to actually overthrow him. But he did exactly that. I think he probably tried to get it out there maybe just a little bit too quickly.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A very solid gain of 27.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. and he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Looking to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions, because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Dancing to his left. That is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the taunts. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Extra point forthcoming. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here comes Nelson. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. They'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Nelson. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The Broncos in the hurry-up try to get to their positions and get set quickly. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. look to throw here. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Marquette King now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And it's a fumble. The Broncos say they have it. They do. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here, that's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they're going to have a third down. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So on fourth down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Isaac Yianum in there to pick it. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Nelson's got it here right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. J.J. Nelson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. One tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He's at the 30, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Gone! 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 No.
Back to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
No. Check. Patriot!
He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. This quarterback now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. They'll set up to throw. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Detroit! Gone!
He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Watch him now, Barney! Gone!
On third down, it's Lindsey. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Watch him now, Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Last stop!
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Detroit!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Gone!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He spins free, and now running right through it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Set! 3-19! 3-19! Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They go play action here on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They're going to look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I'd file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the... And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off with great anticipation. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
He'll drop to throw, and now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again. Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Back to throw here. Forced out to his left. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now they'll run it on the toss. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Lucky 56. Leopard.
And on the ground they go with a running back. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
Detroit!
And they'll go on the ground. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. 41 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This is fielded at the goal line. What a spin. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now they try the right side here. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A big play there. 74 yards. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Right back to him on 1st down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Hey,
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a handoff looking right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Steelers, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they... And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.